everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you noticed something amazing happening in the world of play? Toys are getting smarter, kids are getting more curious, and playtime is becoming this incredible launchpad for future geniuses. That's right, we're diving deep into the world of STEM toys and why 2020 is shaping up to be the year of the young innovator. So, what's all the buzz about? STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and math, is no longer just for high school chemistry class. It's exploded into the playroom. The market for STEM toys is booming, and it's not just parents buying them. Kids themselves are actively searching for things like coding kits and DIY science experiments. They want to build, they want to code, and they want to create. This isn't just a trend, it's a movement, a shift from passive play to active, hands-on discovery. Think about it. Instead of just watching a character on a screen, kids are now building their own robots and programming their movements. Instead of just stacking regular blocks, they're using magnetic tiles to understand geometry and structural integrity without even realizing it. They're building circuits, launching mini-rockets, and mixing up safe, slimy concoctions in the name of science. And honestly, it's awesome. But why now? What's driving this massive surge in geeky, wonderful fun? A few things are at play here. First, we're more aware than ever of how important these skills are for the future. Today's kids are growing up in a world that runs on technology. Understanding the basics of how things work isn't just a bonus anymore. It's becoming a fundamental part of literacy. Giving them these tools early on is like teaching them a new language, the language of innovation. Secondly, the toys themselves have gotten so much better. Forget those old-school science kits with confusing instructions and missing parts. Today's STEM toys are designed with kids in mind. They're colorful, intuitive, and, most importantly, fun. They come with apps that guide you, stories that engage you, and communities where you can share your creations. It's a whole ecosystem of learning disguised as play. Let's break down the different categories. First up, we have robotics. This is a huge one. Kits range from simple snap-together bots for younger kids to more complex, programmable robots for teens. These toys teach the fundamentals of mechanics, electronics, and coding in the most engaging way possible. A child isn't just learning to code, they're learning to make their new robot friend dance or navigate a maze. The immediate feedback is incredibly rewarding. They write a line of code, and something happens in the real world. That connection is pure magic. Then you have the world of coding toys that don't even involve a screen. You've got coding critters that follow command cards, board games that teach programming logic, and even jewelry-making kits that introduce binary code. These are brilliant because they make an abstract concept like coding tangible. It shows kids that coding is just a set of instructions, a way of solving problems step by step. Next, let's talk about engineering and building sets. We've moved way beyond simple wooden blocks. Now we have magnetic tiles, intricate gear systems, and flexible connectors that allow for mind-bending creations. These toys are fantastic for developing spatial reasoning and problem-solving skills. How do you build a tower that won't fall over? How do you create a bridge that can support weight? These are real engineering challenges, scaled down for the playroom. The child is the architect, the engineer, and the construction worker all in one. And of course, we can't forget the classic science kits, but with a modern twist. You can grow your own crystals, build a weather station, create a volcano with a satisfying fizz, or even delve into the world of kitchen chemistry. These kits foster a sense of wonder and encourage kids to ask why and how. They learn about chemical reactions, biological processes, and the laws of physics, not by reading a textbook, but by doing, by getting their hands a little dirty and seeing the results firsthand. So you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but it also sounds complicated and maybe a little expensive. How do I even start this at home? That is the best part. You don't need a state-of-the-art lab or a huge budget to bring STEM into your home. It's all about fostering a mindset of curiosity. It can start with simple questions during your daily routine. Why is the sky blue? How does the toaster make the bread hot? Let's find out together. The internet is your best friend here. A quick search can turn a simple question into a fun 5-minute experiment using things you already have in your kitchen. For example, a classic DIY experiment is building a simple circuit with a lemon, a couple of coins, and a small LED light. It's a jaw-dropping moment for a kid to see a piece of fruit power a light. Or you can explore density by layering different liquids like honey, water, and oil in a jar. It's visual, It's simple, and it sparks a conversation about scientific principles. Parental involvement is key here, but it doesn't mean you need to be an expert. In fact, it's often more powerful if you're learning alongside your child. Your role isn't to be the teacher with all the answers, but the co-explorer, the chief enthusiast. When you show excitement and curiosity, it's contagious. Say things like, "Wow, I don't know the answer to that. Let's figure it out together." This models a crucial aspect of the scientific method. It's okay not to know as long as you're willing to find out. When you do decide to invest in a STEM toy, think about your child's interests. Do they love to build? Maybe a magnetic tile set or a simple gear kit is a good starting point. Are they always on a tablet? Look for a coding app or a game that teaches logic puzzles. Do they love nature? A bug-catching kit or a simple botany set could be perfect. The goal is to meet them where they are and give them tools to explore that interest more deeply. And don't be afraid to fail. Experiments will go wrong. Robots won't work on the first try. Towers will collapse. This is not just part of the process, it's the most important part. It teaches resilience, perseverance, and the value of troubleshooting. When something doesn't work, you have a new puzzle to solve. Why didn't it work? What can we change? Let's try it a different way. This iterative process of trying, failing, and trying again is the very heart of engineering and innovation. The benefits of this type of play are massive and long-lasting. On a practical level, kids are building a foundation in subjects that are in high demand. But it's so much more than just career prep. They're learning critical thinking. They're learning how to approach a complex problem and break it down into smaller, manageable parts. They're developing creativity, not just in an artistic sense, but in the sense of finding new and clever solutions to challenges. They learn collaboration when they work on a project with a friend or a parent. They learn communication when they have to explain how their creation works. These are the so-called soft skills that are essential for success in any field and in life in general. So what's next? The future of STEM toys is incredibly exciting. We're seeing more integration with augmented reality, where kids can see digital information overlaid on their physical creations. We're seeing more kits focused on sustainability, like building your own solar-powered car or a mini wind turbine. And we're seeing a bigger push for inclusivity, with toys designed to appeal to a wider range of kids, breaking down old stereotypes about who can be a scientist or an engineer. The ultimate goal here isn't to turn every child into a rocket scientist or a software developer, unless they want to be, of course. The real goal is to equip them with a mindset of curiosity, a toolkit for problem solving, and the confidence to believe that they can create, build, and make an impact on the world around them. It's about transforming them from passive consumers into active creators. It's about giving them the power to not just use technology, but to understand it, control it, and maybe one day invent the next generation of it. The playroom is the new laboratory. It's where curiosity is nurtured, where questions are encouraged, and where a simple what if can lead to an incredible discovery. So next time you're looking for a gift or a weekend activity, think about diving into the world of STEM. Start small, build a fort, and talk about structural support. Mix baking soda and vinegar in the sink and watch the reaction. Grab a simple coding kit and bring a character to life. Turn that natural curiosity into tangible creation. You'll not only be having a blast together, but you'll also be planting the seeds for a future full of innovation and discovery. Thanks so much for watching today. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are some of your favorite STEM toys or DIY experiments to do at home? Let's share some ideas. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, stay curious and keep creating.